Hello, my name is Tyler Shattuck, and I'm the Digital Media Specialist for Concordia University, Wisconsin, and I'm here to present to you today on social learning tools in the online learning world. Now, I'm doing this project through my Educational Design and Technology course, EDT 970. The final project that I needed to accomplish was to research an online learning tool that I could apply into the classroom that I hadn't used before. Now, as a digital media specialist and as a marketer, I should know my Twitter and I should know my Facebook and I should know my Google+, but I really don't. It was one thing I noticed. So I started really diving into social media. I activated my Twitter up, I started a blog, and it went really well. But this isn't the exact kind of social learning and social media that I'd like to address. I'd like to address what some of my research called an OLM, an online learning network. They define this as a network that had a learning management system in one hand, a personal learning network in another hand, and melded them together into one super network. And we might or may not do in the future. We're looking at it, we're going to do further research, but the research that I found, I presented, and I'd like to present it to you. The objectives that I tried to reach were to improve the sense of community online, to create a continuing education community, and then the third one is to improve enrollment. And this enrollment I specifically meant to be pre-admissions enrollment. So the first one I found after speaking with marketing was actually an application called Schools App. Now, Schools App is an application inside of Facebook that is just for your university. So it kind of creates an isolated network that people who aren't yet friends are pushed up close to each other, and they could become friends if they want to. Their profiles are completely separate. They're completely still private. And that was important with some of the research I came across. Schools App was the one out of the three different tools that I found that actually allowed participants to join when they were accepted versus just only when they started a class. So that's Schools App. The next one that I have is the LMS Integrated Social Network. And what I say by integrated LMS with social network is that, as we have now with Angel, we have discussion posts in each one of the classes. And that's a great tool. Some of the classes have that, some of them don't. And you can ask your professor to start one up if you don't have one. But you can't really connect with the entire community yet. I mean, not inside of Angel. And back when we first purchased Angel, it was very, very advanced, and it still is. But it doesn't contain the full networking that Blackboard Learn Social does, but it's more professional. So in this network, we'd be creating a semi-personal, semi-professional, semi-scholarly network, and I thought that would be a great thing. Finally, the other one that I thought, and the one that started the ball rolling in the first place, the other two kind of followed this one, was the ePortfolio community. If you can visualize it with me, an LMS, and inside of that, kind of protruding from the LMS, having an ePortfolio page where when a student does something on the LMS, like completes a course or posts in discussion so many times, the LMS would send a note to the ePortfolio community saying, hey, this person did something good, let's give them a badge for it that the public can see and that future employers can see. They could also use this down the road as a way to aggregate tweets, like a Twitter feeds that they thought were memorable, or they can aggregate RSS feeds. As this turns the ePortfolio community as a sort of front-facing personal learning network. Really, it's a content aggregation site. And they could also maybe in the future add documents from external members. But two things that we might also add to the ePortfolio community if we decide to follow through with it is a LinkedIn network, API, so that if you do something on the portfolio community, it would send over to LinkedIn. And then we could also even farther down the road, if the ePortfolio community isn't already built on BuddyPress and isn't on one of the other third-party portfolio site tools that exist, it could be on the BuddyPress could serve as a social networking platform where the profile is tied to the ePortfolio. Now, again, what this does is it connects our alumni with other alumni, but also connects alumni's profiles to future students that want to attend Concordia, or even better, future employers that would want to hire our alumni. The big picture that I'm trying to paint here is kind of like a roadmap that once a student applies, they start going down, and they hopefully actually never leave, but that they have an ePortfolio site that they can carry with them, kind of like a backpack, that they have an encouragement to move on and to continue their education. That's one thing I'm going to research when I'm doing the MOOC with open learning, is I'm going to hope that I learn how that's sustainable for us organizations. In the Facebook app, you can see that they first start out, they're assigned a profile. By the time they enroll, that's the only time with the LMS, the big circles on the top, kind of come in and become a player. As time progresses on the Facebook app toward graduation, I don't think that they would be as prominent, because there's really no reason to stay socially connected with people that you haven't already become friends with post-graduation, because you're out of the community, you're out of the personal niche. I think that's where the ePortfolio community comes in, the big circle on the top. And that's something they can carry with them. It's a tool that they can use for the rest of their life. We have a long time off until we realize that if that could be possible. My research, I wish, could dive even further, but for the short period of time, the 3 weeks, 2 weeks that I spent researching this, this is the outcome that I came to, and I've presented it, and it's getting good reviews, and we're going to keep looking into it.